Hi guys, and welcome to the August edition of what I watched on Netflix. Pick of the Flix, whatever I'm calling this series. I know, it's only been like 2 weeks since I did the last one, but that's because I was super duper late doing July's, but August, I'm on it and filming it on the 2nd of September. Hopefully to be uploaded today as well. Yes. So first of all, let's rewind to July's edition when I talked about Pretty Little Liars. I have now finished season 4 and I am just starting season 5, so spoiler alert. I know Ali is back. Ali is back now. It was pretty damn obvious that she was going to come back. I mean, like, when you watch it on Netflix, she's one of the 5. So it's like, well, duh, they're gonna like bring her back. She's a main character on IMDb as well. She's in every episode, so I mean, they couldn't keep doing the flashbacks all the time. So I knew she was gonna come back. Kind of twigged that one. But yeah, I hope that her character has changed because, to be honest, I would have killed Ali because she was an annoying little bitch. The other thing that I'm struggling with Pretty Little Liars is that stereotypical like dream sequence that they cling on to, like every other TV program tends to do when they run out of ideas. I do feel like partway through season 4 they were really running out of ideas to elongate bringing Ali back. One of the weird things was that weird 1940s episode. I don't know if that was released around an anniversary or something. I don't know if it was like, I don't know, 70 years since D-Day or V-Day or VJ Day. I don't know, but it was a very weird episode. I watched it and like, I could imagine people going, oh man, I can imagine Hannah would love this sort of episode. No, okay, it was so wrong. You could tell that they put a lot of work into certain people's characterization. I suppose that's the right word. And their costume, like Spencer and Aria looked amazing, and then the others were like, oh, I'll just curl their hair a little bit, and Paige's bloody Minnie Mouse things, what the hell was that? Anyway, I'm glad that was only one episode. Very weird, not really sure. That was the point in the show where I was like, what is going on? What is going on? Ezra was suddenly a baddie, then he wasn't a baddie. Very bizarre. Glad I'm through season 4. Season 5, season 6, season 7. Hopefully I will finish that by the end of September. I don't know if I should say hopefully, because binging that much on a TV show probably isn't good for you. But we can probably still talk about this one in the September edition in October. So the next thing is I finished The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Finally. Did enjoy the programme. Nice. Funny. Would prefer it to be the tightest show, as I mentioned in the July episode. But yeah, I mean, it was nice. I will watch season 4 when it comes out, if it comes out when it comes out. I don't know. Can someone tell me? Is there going to be another one? I don't know. Anyway, I finished it. Yeah, it was nice. Would like to see a tighter spin-off. The other thing that I have just started watching whilst we're talking about TV shows was Forensic Files. Now, on my YouTube, I watch so many crime dramas, like real life ones, paranormal ones, weather ones. I love a mystery, okay? So when I saw Forensic Files on Netflix, I was like, yes, this one is for me. So I've only watched 4 episodes. They're only 20 minutes long and they solve a case in 20 minutes. Oosh, yes, this is satisfying my lust for criminal justice. I am looking forward to watching more of those, especially because they're only 20 minutes long, so it's like, Siren, whereas I'm talking about Forensic Files. Anyway, they're only 20 minutes long, so I feel like if I'm bored of a show, I can just watch 20 minutes, then go back to something, you know, just squeeze them in there. Squeeze them in. There's loads of them as well. I think there's like over 100. Yes. So that's the end of TV programmes. Moving on to films. You'll be glad to know there are some awful horror films in there. Yes. Okay, let's talk about the big one. I watched Death Note. Now, I have never watched any or read any of the manga or the anime or anything else attributed to Death Note. It's not really my thing. I probably wouldn't now go and read them and watch them and whatever because I've seen this. I've done it, I've seen the story, it was fun, okay? I've seen online that people have slated it, and I think for someone who's just coming into this not knowing the background at all, it was a pretty good film. It was sort of like, if you don't know the story, this guy gets given a death note from William Dafoe, who is playing a demon. I think he's a demon. And basically, if you write the name of who you want to die in the death note and how you want them to die, then they will be killed. So you see a lot of like decapitation, all those gruesome deaths. But then he decides, this character, I think his name is Light, he decides to do good in the world and kill off the bad people. So he sees this guy who's abusing his family, so he's like gets jumped into traffic or something, but then it turns a little bit sour because his girlfriend finds out about the death note and then intervenes and sort of gets a bit power hungry, I think, and the FBI gets involved. And then is it like, are they good people because they're getting rid of the bad people, or are they still bad because they're killing people? It's very interesting. I liked that element of the show. And then the final sequence was pretty cool as well. It was very clever, tied them all together, and yeah, I enjoyed it. For a Netflix film, it was pretty good. The budget was pretty good, and William Dafoe's voice it's just creepy, you know, he has such a good villain voice. Now we talk about the weird and awful horror films that I've watched this month. There's only been 2 since I last spoke to you, but one was called Wakewood and one was called Diary of an Exorcist Zero. Now, Wakewood was very trippy, very odd. It had that same sort of arty vibe as, let me just check my notes, as Don't Knock Twice. It's an Irish-based film, and it's about this couple whose daughter dies and they resurrect her from the dead, and the whole village is in on this and they know how to do it. It's very, very weird, but I quite enjoyed it. I don't know, I might watch it again. If it's that sort of film, if it was on at like 11 o'clock at night, I'd probably stay up and watch it. But if you are into Game of Thrones and Harry Potter, 2 of the main characters are Littlefinger, and who is actually really good looking in real life, and Peter Pettigrew from Harry Potter, Timothy Spall, who has a very good looking son. So I enjoyed it. It was very slow paced, and then it was just like, what the fuck? Just some of the scenes and sequences were just like, yeah. So moving on to Diary of an Exorcist Zero. This is a Brazilian film. So obviously it's in Brazilian Portuguese, which is a lot easier to follow than European Portuguese. I have lots of Portuguese friends, and whew, I cannot follow what they are saying. I don't speak Portuguese. But anyway, it obviously had the budget of about £100. The special effects were straight from eBay, that sort of thing. Very odd. Quite short, if I remember. I think it was only like 1 hour and 20 minutes. But the weird thing was it time jumps, and in a very weird way. So the priest is a kid, then the priest is like a young adult, then the priest is an old adult, but you can't tell. Other than the fact that the actor changes, everything else is the same. So the kid is a kid, I suppose, like in the 50s, but you know, people are walking around with mobile phones, there's modern cars driving past, all the home appliances are modern, and then he's sort of like 25 and it's the same setting, and then he's 65 and he's the same setting, which is very, very odd. But yeah, if you like awful exorcism films, I would definitely suggest this one. It is très amusement, or however you say it in Portuguese, because that was French. So that is the end of the August edition issue of the series of what I watched on Netflix this month. If you have any suggestions, as always, of awful horror films for me to watch, then please comment them below. Love them, we'll give them a go, and I'll talk about them next month. But yes, if you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I don't think it's going to happen, but whatever. Until next time, guys. Bye!